So you probably found this video because you're looking to get promoted as a dev. And trust me, I mean it could be easy to get promoted or it could be way harder depending on the team size, what you're working on and what your skill level is. But the biggest thing is that what I learned in my career is that it's not about the code. It is not about the code. All right? Trust me. You can write as much code as you can, whether it's clean or not, solve a problem. That's it. You move on with your life, right? The biggest thing is communication, bro. Communication is huge in getting promoted. Being able to persuade and help other engineers with their problems, all right? Introducing tools into their skill set that will help with productivity and making things easier. Just like with AI, there's Claude Code. I started using Claude Code because the tech lead that I work with now was like, yo, you got to try this. It's dope. I got my own account just for personal projects. And it was amazing. I was like, yo, like this actually solves the problem. Like I could write in Claude Code exactly what I'm trying to build and it will actively build it. Now, is it correct all the time? No. But I could reprompt it to, fix bugs, figure out things, and it does a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie. And it helps me focus on, things that I care about. Because typically I don't really care about writing UI stuff anymore. I'm more about like the business logic of things and having things work behind the scenes. And if I'm spending a lot of time just like nitpicking on like, you know, this button needs to be this color or this pixel is off by like a certain percentage, it's annoying to me. I don't want to deal with that. All right. So I have AI kind of deal with all that stuff for me. I focus on whatever I need to do. I check back in. It was like, hey, can you change this a little bit? And then it does what it's supposed to do. And that is helpful. That helps me get a project done a lot faster because there's less things I have to worry about. Communication is big. Communication in terms of this is the problem that we're trying to solve. These are the tools that I'm using personally, and I think you should use these tools. So communication will take you so much further and actually get you promoted as opposed to just coding. It's a skill that you need to work on, especially if you work in the office or if you're remote, especially if you're remote, it becomes a challenge. So being on meetings to where you have to speak helps you with that skill. Working with your coworkers, whether that's in person or on like a call itself, that helps. But you have to keep doing it over and over again to get better. Also, like having a social life helps too. I like to go out, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to be in the house too much. Being out with people will help you with your social skills. The more you put yourself out there and learn from your mistakes, the better it will be for you to communicate and talk and have things to talk about. A lot of engineers get stuck because they can't convey their ideas. Like they get nervous about being the stupidest in the room. I'd rather be the dumbest person in the room. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The reason why I say that is because if people are smarter than me, I can learn from them. And if they have that same mantra, then I could teach them as well. Because there's a lot of things that I know that other people don't know and vice versa. So I'd rather sit here and not think I know everything and consider myself the dumbest person here amongst engineers and learn and grow and be able to teach others what I know too. So if you have that mindset, you're already on the right track. If there's a hard project that you're working on and you're not really familiar with it, obviously you're going to be more nervous about talking about it because you haven't really spent time researching and understanding what the problem is or what the solution is in that particular moment. But the more you understand the application that you're building, the code that runs it, and what communicates with what, and what happens at a business case versus like a user case, you should be able to talk about this effortlessly. And it just takes time, especially if you need to present it to other people. You have to do the research, practice as much as possible, and it should come naturally to you. But not a lot of engineers like to do that. So you have to get out of your comfort zone. It's okay. Like it takes repetition with everything. Think about the way you're coding right now. Did you think you were going to be this good at coding the first day? No, right? So the more you put yourself out there and keep repeating that cycle, to where you're getting 1% better every single day, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. So that communication needs to be there. That's how you get promoted. I used to think, yo, coding, yeah, I'm really good at coding. I should get promoted. But honestly, if I'm sitting in a room and I don't know how to talk about a particular problem, how to solve that problem, and just being unsure of myself because of imposter syndrome, no one's gonna take me seriously. The biggest thing, very important too, is as you're planning a project, if you ever plan a project, or if you're working on a project, record a demo. Record a demo of of the finished product. Once you got the questions out the way, once you got all the requirements like signed off on, bro, record a demo. That's gonna help you with the communication 100%. All right. The more demos that you create, that you show to other people, the more you're gonna get that feedback of whether you're on the right track or not, whether what you're saying actually makes sense, and just keep recording and practicing. If it's not good to your standard, just re-record it. Documentation too. So if there's something that you're building that no one on the team knows about, yo, create some documentation, bro. Documentation is gonna take you so much further too, because people are going to reach out to you regardless if you're a subject matter expert at that particular feature that you built, right? And there's no training on it. But the more you influence people on how something works, you have that documentation there, you can just point to the documentation. It's like, hey, I wrote this out. This is how the feature works. And then give an in-depth demo with the team and show them how it works. And then answer all the questions that they may have. So once you do that, night and day difference. You are influencing other engineers on how something works. You're going to keep up with that cadence with every single project that you work on. Now, do you have to create documentation for every single thing? No, but if it's a key part of the business, yes. Document as much as you can when it's very important to other areas of the business. All right. If it's just something small for like a small group of people, who cares? Who cares? But if it's something internally that engineers need to do for processing, or another team needs to do for like their day-to-day, document it from an engineering perspective and demo it. The last thing I just want to tell you guys is like building that credibility, man. It's going to build credibility for you if you take the time to research different topics, become a subject matter expert at that topic, and put 100% into that, and teach others and influence others on how that thing works. Trust me, I do this all the time. If there's a project that I'm working on that I need to help other people understand, I'll present it. I'd rather present it and give you the information right there in your face as opposed to just me talking about it. The more you keep doing these big projects and documenting it, the more credibility you're gonna have. The more you're gonna be comfortable in those meetings where you were uncomfortable before, and actually, talk about a solution in your own way so that everybody else will understand. Showing that you know what you're talking about, people are going to take you more seriously. Trust me. And people are going to reach out to you more. They're going to ask for your help. And it's going to be a full circle. So that's it, guys. That's the video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you've been communicating and all that stuff. Are you doing demos? Are you helping other engineers out with a particular problem? Let me know. And if you need any help, you can reach out to me at thefullstackbro@gmail.com. If you just want to talk about coding, if you just want to talk about, reviewing your portfolio, or if you have any interview questions and all that stuff you want to prep on, let me know. And we could get to business.